చూపించడానికి నేను అక్కడ కూర్చున్నా.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ 5 స్టార్ట్ చేశాను.
బాగుంది తండ్రి యొక్క గొప్పతనం ఏంటనేది ఆ కథానికలో చాలా నిమిషాలు జగన్నాథ సార్ మాట
సార్ రెడీయా సార్?
తర్వాత
హలో సార్. సరే, వినిపిస్తుందా సార్?
Okay. Is my voice clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's 5 o'clock. Shall we wait for some more time? Shall we start?
మీ ఇష్టం. 5 more minutes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Shall we start now? Good evening, participants. Good evening. Good evening. Right. Good. Welcome back to this basic English language skills course sponsored by Department of Youth Services, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, this is our fourth session we are doing, and right now we are learning tenses. Tenses. In the last class, we learned three tenses: present simple, present continuous, and present perfect. I'll just revise them when I start this lesson. Before that, I would like to share some information about the test three. Test three, 245 members have appeared, and the performance, I mean, the number has increased from the test two, I think. Very good. And 25 members have scored 25 out of 25, right? Very good. Congratulations. Congratulations. Keep it up, right? And nearly 19 members scored 24. That's also a very good score. And more than, I mean, nearly 130 members have scored more than 20. Okay, good. Something, I mean, I think you're following what I am trying to say. And the remaining also, you don't need to worry. I think I'll give you some suggestion here. Before you attempt the test, you do one thing. This is something like cheat code. First, open the link, go through the questions, copy them down, and again go back to the YouTube and just go through the PPT and all. You'll find the answers, and then submit. Attempt and submit. So first time don't submit because you are given only one chance. So even this, I don't think that this is copying. This is also learning, right? You can do that. This is for all, right? You can just open the link, okay, and then go through the questions. Don't submit. Go through the questions, memorize them or copy them down somewhere else, or keep the window open because you don't have any time limit. You can just go back to the YouTube where the lesson will be available, and you watch it again, and then you'll know the correct answer better. Let me see whether you can score better in test 4, right? I've given the tips also how to score better. So this is, I don't consider it as copying because this is how you can learn. Again, go back and learn. Because this is online course. Had it been in my regular classroom, I would have explained it further so that you can answer them properly, right? Because we have many constraints on this course, the course that is online. It will be difficult for me to interact with you. So the only thing you can do is watch it again and then answer them, attempt the test. Okay, right. And going back to, right, shall I start the lesson? Okay. Today, remaining tenses will start. So before I go to the remaining tenses, I'll just repeat very fast. And you just, and another important thing I'd like to tell you is tenses, it'll be easy to understand. There isn't anything complicated thing. But just like maths, when you try it, then you find the difficulty. So what you are supposed to do is keep one paper and pen with you while watching this presentation. Do it along with me. Do it along with me so that you'll know the difficulty and you can learn them. It will be easy for you to memorize. So first thing is, don't just watch me doing or explaining. It's not, you can't learn tenses that way. You do it. Think. So I'll go a little bit slow also. Even it doesn't matter even if we can't complete the whole tenses in this class. We reserve it for the next class also. So this is the important aspect or item in English language. Once you perfect tenses, it will be easy because this is a sort of foundation for English writing as well as speaking skills. So let's spend more time on it and learn it properly. Okay. I think, hope I'm a little bit slow also. మీకు అర్థమయ్యేటట్లు ఉంటాను చెప్తూ ఉన్నాను, స్లోగా చెప్తాను, రిపీట్ కూడా చేస్తున్నాను. మీరు చేయాల్సిందంతా మీరు ఊరికే వినటమే కాకుండా మీరు ఒక పెన్ను పేపర్ పక్కన ఉంచుకొని నేను చెప్పినవి చూస్తూ, అంటే ఫర్ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ నేను ఏదో ఫార్మాట్ ఇచ్చింటాను, ప్రెసెంట్ సింపుల్ కు ఇలా రాయాలని, సబ్జెక్టు V1 అని, V1 అంటే వర్బ్ బేస్ ఫార్మ్. ఇది జ్ఞాపకం ఉండకపోవచ్చు మీకు ఫస్ట్ టైం విన్నప్పుడు. సో వాట్ యు ఆర్ సపోజ్ టు డూ, యూ మేక్ ఎ నోట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ సమ్వేర్ ఇన్ it on, and whenever you find, I mean, you can't, I mean, you can't recollect, then you can go back to that paper and know, oh, this is how one have to write. So last class I did only 3 tenses: present simple. Okay, quickly present simple, present continuous, and present perfect. Okay, these tenses. First, I have explained how to write the format, structure. How to write, that's also very important, and when to use it. Okay, these two are. Am I audible, Sharath?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, then there is a message here that unmute yourself. I thought I have already unmuted. Anyway, right? I'm audible, right? So present simple. This the basic structure is subject, yes, V1. So this is how I gave the formula. Just you can memorize it easily. Subject and verb in base form. If the I play, we play, you play, or for a big subject. If the subject is third person singular, you should add yes or yes to the verb. Okay. He plays, she plays, it plays, and Ram goes for a walk every day. So yes or yes should be added if the subject is third person singular. This is the structure. Once you are thorough with the structure, then the next step will be usage. So where to use this? Present simple tense is used to express. I have already explained. Just I'm revising it. That's the reason I'm going a little bit fast, of course. Those who missed those classes, they can also. So habitual or regular actions. That means the actions that occur regularly. Lata goes for a walk every day. This is the clue. Every day occurs every day. So subject, Lata is subject. Go is verb, V1. Because Lata is third person singular, we have added es. Lata goes for a walk every day. The same way, I get up at 6 o'clock. What does that mean? I do that action every day, right? So I get up at 6 o'clock. Subject, verb in base form. Because subject is first person singular, no yes. Okay. Sudhir doesn't smoke. This is negative sentences. Negative sentence. Actually, it should be, if it is positive, Sudhir smokes. Sudhir smokes. Because we have to use negative, we have to use not. I told you that do support. B1 can be rewritten as do plus B1. B1 with yes can be rewritten as does plus V1. In the same way, smokes is V1 with yes. It can be rewritten as does smoke. And we can add not to it. So it becomes Sudhir doesn't smoke. So because there is no helping verb here, we took the help of do or does or did based on the tense of the verb. Here it is smokes. So we took the help of does. That yes has come here. So we are not supposed to use smokes again. Sudhir doesn't smoke. That's all. Sudhir doesn't smokes. That is okay. Sudhir doesn't smoke. They go to church every Sunday. They subject third person singular and verb in base form. Okay. So first thing is regular actions, and next usage universal truths or general truths. I explained you already. That's facts or action that was true in past It is true now and it will be true in the future also. That's universal truth. The earth moves around the sun rises in the east. These are all universal truths. For universal truths, we have to use present simple. Okay. So planned future events. Planned future. That means it is decided. So planned future events with time, of course, with time. Our college reopens on 1st July. This is planned. The bus leaves at 10 p.m. tomorrow. It is planned. So you can use, so we are expressing future action also with present simple. So that is the beauty of English, and we can use present simple but express future actions. And the same way, present perfect and express past actions. That's the reason why we find it a little bit difficult to learn these tenses. Is it clear? Present simple. Just recap and you can go back. Next thing is present continuous. This is another tense that we discussed in the last class. Continuous means it should have ing. Subject, be form, verb, ing. Be form is am, is, or. Because this is present. If it is past, it should be was or were. We haven't yet come to that now. So subject, be form, verb, ing. This is the structure. Examples. I'm learning French. We are participating in a seminar. We are learning English now. We are conducting an online course now. He is writing a letter. They are cutting the tree. That's anything. Subject, be form, and verb with ing. This is present continuous. Structure. So next comes use. Where to use this tense? Action which is in progress at the time of speaking. You tell me whether the action, when the action is in progress, is it a completed one or incompleted one? It is an incomplete action. So incomplete action at the time of speaking can be expressed in present continuous. Action that is happening means that's happening at the time of speaking. So sometimes we use it with now, sometimes the context itself gives you some clue that the action is happening at that moment. Okay, so we use it. I'm giving a lecture. This is happening now. It's happening. So I said, I'm giving a lecture now. Even without that, it's contextual, it's clear. So I can use, I'm giving a lecture. Okay, I'm talking to you now. I'm giving a speech. I'm giving a lecture. I'm using a PowerPoint presentation. They are playing cricket. They are playing cricket. Action that is happening not necessarily at the time of speaking. This is another thing where you use present continuous. So this is actually happening at the moment of speaking. This is not exactly happening at the moment of speaking. I gave you the example of a book. So somebody gave me a book and I haven't completed it. So when he asks for it back, then says, I am reading it, but not at the moment of, I'm not doing it at the moment of speaking. That is an incomplete action. That action is incomplete at that point. I would have read it in the morning. I may read it in the night now, later, and then tomorrow I can give it back. I said, I'm writing a novel. But how can you say that I'm giving a lecture here, but still I can say I'm writing a novel? Because that writing a novel, that action is not complete. So I can also use continuous tense to actions not happening necessarily at the moment of speaking. That are incomplete actions. That's obvious that they're all incomplete. Not exactly at the time of speaking. Mr. Kishore is teaching English. May not be teaching at the time of speaking. Okay. So this is about present. I have restricted only giving you some uses. There may be some other uses also. We'll learn them later on. Once let's be confident using this in this context. And another important note is certain verbs of perception, thinking, especially know, contain, etc., own, have, etc., are not normally used in the present continuous tense. You can go back to the that PPT where we share it on YouTube, where you have the list, and you can refer to any good grammar book. You can find those verbs, and they're not supposed to be used in continuous tense, right? So that you should take. Third tense I have taught you is present perfect. The structure is subject, have or has, verb in third form. Third form is past participle form. So every verb has three forms. So this is third form. Have or has, because this is present perfect. If it is past, we use had. But we'll come to that later on. I have written a letter. We have built a house. He has finished his homework. Subject, have, verb in third form. Write, wrote, written. The same way, we, subject, have, built, built. So that's the verb third form. He, subject, has, finished. This is third form. Okay. Though it has the same second form also, this is third form because there is has before it. Okay. Has should be used only when the subject is third person singular. Okay. This is the structure of present perfect. So present perfect tense is used to express action that happened in the past but has its effect on the present. So here we use present perfect to express past actions also, but it should have some effect on the present. Okay. I have bought a bicycle. I have bought a cycle. So when I bought that cycle is not important now. Because I have bought a cycle, I don't need to go by bus now. I don't go by bus now. So that effect I have on the present. So I use, I bought a cycle. I have bought a cycle. So I don't go by bus. So effect is important. Though it is a past action, we use present perfect to express that past action because it has some effect on the present. Someone has broken the board. Now you can't use it. Someone has broken the board. It is broken now. So who broke it? When was it broken? Is not important. Because someone has broken it, you can't use it. You can't write anything on it. So that's the reason. An action that began in the past and extends is a second use up to the moment of speaking with since or for. Here, past action, but it extends up to the moment of speaking. Began in the past లో స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది, ఇప్పటి వరకు జరుగుతుంది. ఇప్పటి వరకు జరిగి ఆగిపోవచ్చు ఇప్పుడే, లేదా కంటిన్యూ కావచ్చు. సో సిన్స్ we use since the point of time 2018. This is a point of time. ఎప్పటి నుంచి అని చెప్పితే since. I have lived in this house for 2 years. ఎంతకాలము అని చెప్పితే for. ఇట్లా యూజ్ చేస్తాం. So action began in the past, extends up to the moment of speaking. Okay, using with since and correction of sentence, you come across this. People say, I have lived in this house since 2 years. So that's a wrong usage. You can correct. An action that happened in the recent past, short time ago, just a minute ago, just a few seconds ago. So that's it. She has just finished her work, just finished, just completed. So Karishma has just gone. So with just we use this. Okay, right. Action at some unspecified past time. Unspecified. When that occurred, we do not know. Have you ever, never, I have never eaten mutton. I have never eaten mutton. This way. Have you ever gone to Ooty? Have you ever gone to Ooty? So I have never gone to. Okay. So this is, I have just revised all the 3 tenses. I thought it's better if I spend some time repeating it. Anyway, you can't learn it only once. If you just watch my lecture, you have to memorize them, write them, and do the exercise. Then only you can master this. Do it seriously. Okay, you have to take a paper and pen and do it along with me. Right? If I'll be explaining the structure, then immediately you make a note of it so that it will be easy. It's very good. It will be there. You may think that it will be there. I can watch it next time. But that's not the case. You have to do it. I mean, if you write it, it's easy for you. You have some visual impression and you can. It will be easy for you to memorize. So far, I have taught you only 3 tenses, and let me complete the remaining tenses. Now we'll start with present perfect. If we compare this, and another thing I am doing here is I am comparing 2 or 3 tenses together. We are not learning them in isolation. ఒకటే టెన్స్ ఇది ఇట్లే వాడాలి అన్నట్టు కాదు, 2-3 కలిపి చదువుతాం. ఎందుకంటే ఇన్ రియల్ లైఫ్ వీ డూ హ్యావ్ ద sort of thing. We can't compartmentalize tenses. We have to use them together. So that's the reason, though it's a little bit confusing, I would prefer to teach you combining them. So I'll take two at a time, right? Do some exercise. That's the reason I'm asking you to do exercises along with me, right? Okay. Right. Present perfect continuous. What did I say? Continuous means it should have ing. So subject. Perfect means have or has. Present perfect, have or has. Past means have. So perfect means you should have or has. Continuous means you should have ing. Okay. The verb that it comes immediately after have or has, it should be in third form. But what we need now is ing form. So been is included in it. So this is the structure. Subject, have or has, been, verb, ing. This is the structure. Okay. Right. Subject, I have been dancing. I have been dancing. I have been lecturing. I have been lecturing. I have been teaching you English. I have been teaching you English since 26th October. What is that? September, 26th September. I think that's the day we started this. So I've been teaching you English since 26th October, September. So this is the structure and example. She has been dancing. You have been dancing. She has been dancing. For third person singular, you use has. For all this, have. They have been playing. So this is the example sentence. This is the structure. So try to memorize it, because whenever you come across it, when I say that you have to use present perfect continuous, immediately you should know how to write it. Structure theriyali. Okay, right. So present perfect continuous tense is used to express actions. Action that began in the past and is going on at the time of speaking. Same thing we did it for present perfect also. What's the difference? We'll discuss it. Okay. So past lo start అవుతుంది. ఇప్పటి వరకు the movement of speaking. ఇప్పటి వరకు it continues. Okay. So it's used with how long, since, and for. How long? How long has she been waiting for him? How long has she been waiting for him? This is a question form. And if it is a statement, she has been waiting for him for 2 hours. She has been waiting for him for 2 hours. How long have you been wearing glasses? I've been wearing glasses for 25 years. I've been wearing glasses for the past 25 years. Okay. So with how long we use present perfect continuous. They have been watering the plants since 8 a.m. They have been watering the plants since 8 a.m. So when you utter this sentence, what are they doing? They're still watering the plants. They're still watering the plants. That means watering. నీళ్లు పోయటం అన్న యాక్షన్ పాస్ట్ లో స్టార్ట్ అయింది. ఎప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ అయింది? 8. ఎప్పటి వరకు జరిగింది? ఇప్పటి వరకు జరిగింది. ఆగిందా? లేదు. ఇప్పుడు ఇంకా జరుగుతా ఉంది. Still it is incomplete. So main difference are present perfect to present perfect continuous. Present perfect లో ఆ యాక్షన్ అక్కడ అయిపోయిందా, అయిపోయిండొచ్చు, అయిపోయిండే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటే present perfect వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఇంకా కంటిన్యూ అయ్యే ఛాన్స్ ఫ్యూచర్ లో ఉంటే యూస్ present perfect continuous. I'll explain it later. Right. So note, present continuous is wrongly used. So for this, how long? Sometimes people use present continuous. That's wrong usage. For instance, how long are you working in this office? This is wrong. How long are you working? So it should be, how long have you been working in this office? How long have you been working in this office is right expression. I shouldn't say wrong. That's unacceptable. Okay? How long have you been working in this office? How long have you? So you have to use present perfect continuous. I'm learning English since 1991. Why is it wrong? Because I have used present continuous. But we are supposed to use present perfect continuous. If you have already learned, that means perfected it, then I have learned English. That means you are perfect. You do not want to learn anything more. But normally, English, we have been learning it, right? We learn it. We learn it. Okay? I've been learning English since 1991. So this is the first use of present perfect continuous. With how long or since we use it. So we opt for present perfect continuous when the action that began in the past extends up to the moment of speaking, and there is every chance that it continues in the future. Then we go for a present perfect continuous tense. It is incomplete anyway. Observe the use of present perfect and present perfect continuous. Let's compare them both now. Okay. They have lived in this house since 2018. Okay. This is one expression. They have been living in this house since 2018. So in some context, they may be correct. They started living in this house 2018 lo start అయింది వర్క్. ఏం వర్క్ అది? నివసించడం అనే యాక్షన్. ఎప్పటి వరకు జరిగింది? మనం మాట్లాడే వరకు. ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్తున్న ఐడియా కాదు. They have lived in this house since 2018. They have been living in this house since 2000. Is there any difference between these two? Meaning difference. Subtle difference only. అది తెలుసుకుంటే మనం పర్ఫెక్ట్ గా యూజ్ చేసినట్టు అవుతుంది. అంటే ఇది ఎగ్జామినేషన్ లో ఫిల్అప్ ద బ్లాంక్స్ లో వచ్చినప్పుడు ఏది రాసినా కరెక్ట్ గానే ఇవ్వాలి. But usage point of view, when to use this and when to use this. That is very important. So first, they have lived in this house since the action that began in the past continues to the moment of speaking and likely to end or be completed. Here they are likely to move to the house. So ikkada ఇది యూజ్ చేస్తే ఏం మీనింగ్ అంటే పాస్ట్ లో బిగిన్ అయిన యాక్షన్. ఏ పాస్ట్ లో టైం ఏమి 2018 లో బిగిన్ అయింది అంటే ఈ ఇంట్లో చేరిన అప్పటి నుంచి ఇప్పటి వరకు ఈ ఇంట్లో మేము నివసించినాము. అంటే దీని తర్వాత ఇది కంప్లీట్ అయ్యేటట్లుంది. అంటే బహుశా ఎప్పుడు మనచ్చు. దే హ్యావ్ ప్యాక్డ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ నౌ అండ్ లుకింగ్ బ్యాక్ దే సెడ్ ఐ హావ్ లివ్డ్ ఇన్ దిస్ హౌస్ సిన్స్ 2018. నౌ ఇట్స్ కంప్లీటెడ్. ఇట్స్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ కంప్లీట్. So in that context, you can use this. So when you are likely to move to a new house, that is completed. Began in the past and extends up to the moment of speaking, it's almost complete at the moment of speaking. What about this? They have been living in this house since 2018. Action that began in the past, same, continues to the moment of speaking and is likely to continue further in future also. Ante inka vallu kali cheyaledu. It's not completed. So here they are still living in that house. In that way, then you can use, they have been living in this house since 2018. The action future lo kuda continue aye chance unte we use present perfect continuous. లేదు అక్కడే అయిపోయేటట్టు ఉంటే we use present perfect tense. క్లియర్ గా ఉందా? రెండింటికి డిఫరెన్స్ మీరు జాగ్రత్తగా ఈ డిఫరెన్స్ వాడగలిగితే యువర్ ఇంగ్లీష్. You can write better. Okay. So now we have completed present perfect continuous tense and we compared it with present perfect also. Okay. Any tenses intavaraku manam chestunnamu. Present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Okay. నేను చాలా సార్లు రిపీట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాను. తెలిసిన వాళ్ళు కొద్దిగా బోర్గా ఫీల్ కావాలి. ఎందుకంటే కొద్దిగా స్లోగా నేర్చుకుంటే అక్కడ అంటే ఇంగ్లీష్ చాలా ఇంప్రూవ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. మనం చేసే ఎక్కువ మిస్టేక్స్ టెన్సెస్ లోనే, బికాస్ మన లాంగ్వేజ్ లో డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఉండటం. ఈ సటిల్ డిఫరెన్సెస్ తెలుసుకోగలిగితే ఇంగ్లీష్ బాగా మాట్లాడగలము. ఓకే. Past. So present అయిపోయింది. Now we'll go to past. So English లో ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఏంటంటే present perfect యూజ్ చేసి పాస్ట్ యాక్షన్ చెప్పొచ్చు. సో అది కొద్దిగా కన్ఫ్యూజింగ్ గా ఉండకుండా మీరు అందుకనే యూసేజ్ పార్ట్ సరిగా నేర్చుకోవాలి. యూసేజ్ ఎక్కడ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం. స్ట్రక్చర్ ఒకటి ప్రజెంట్ అనగానే ప్రజెంట్ లో జరిగినవే వాటికే యూస్ చేస్తారా అనుకో. ఫ్యూచర్ దానికి యూస్ చేశారు. ప్రజెంట్ సింపుల్ అండ్ ప్రజెంట్ కంటిన్యూస్ కూడా యూస్ చేస్తారు కొన్నిసార్లు. ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు హైదరాబాద్ టుమారో, యాక్సెప్ట్. సో మీరు ఇది ప్రజెంట్ అంటే ప్రజెంటే యాక్షన్ ఉండాలి కాదు, ఆ యూసేజ్ లో పాస్ట్ సింపుల్. సో ఫస్ట్ వి లర్న్ ద స్ట్రక్చర్. సబ్జెక్ట్ V2. What is V2? V1, V2, V3. Present form, past form, past participle form. Right? So what in a V1, V2, V3 అనుకున్నాం. ఎందుకంటే ఫార్ములా రాసింది. Subject to verb second form అంటే past participle. He played cricket yesterday. He played cricket yesterday. She wrote a letter. She wrote a letter. Columbus discovered America. అన్నిట్లో సబ్జెక్ట్ వర్బ్ ఎలా ఉంది? సెకండ్ ఫార్మ్. సబ్జెక్ట్ వర్బ్ సెకండ్ ఫార్మ్. రైట్, రోట్, రిటర్న్. మీకు అందుకే ఆ ఫార్మ్స్ అన్ని నేర్చుకోమని చెప్పారు. అవి నేర్చుకుంటే ఈజీ. కొలంబస్ డిస్కవర్డ్ అమెరికా. ఇది సబ్జెక్ట్ వర్బ్ సెకండ్ ఫార్మ్. కొన్నిసార్లు మీరు ఇది సబ్జెక్ట్, ఇది వర్బ్ సెకండ్ ఫార్మ్, థర్డ్ ఫార్మ్ ఎందుకు కాకూడదు అని అనుకోవచ్చు. ఎందుకంటే ప్లేడ్, ప్లేడ్ సెకండ్ టూ ఫార్మ్స్. థర్డ్ ఫార్మ్ అయితే దాని ముందు ఒక హెల్పింగ్ వర్బ్ ఖచ్చితంగా ఉండాలి. థర్డ్ ఫార్మ్ హెల్పింగ్ వర్బ్ లేకుండా ఉండాలి. This you got to keep it. So without helping verb ఉందంటే this is second form. Structure is this: subject, verb, second form. So next thing is uses. We use this past simple to express completed actions. Completed action is past. Past lo begin ippudu varaku jarigindi. Past lone complete ayindi. The time may be mentioned or it is understood from the context. So a action eppudu jarigindi ante time ivvachu leda adi understood ante context nunchi clear kavachchu. For instance, we went for a movie yesterday. Subject, verb, second form. Verb is in second form. ఇది past simple. మరి ఎందుకు పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ వాడారంటే ఇక్కడ ఒక క్లూ ఉంది. ఎస్టర్డే అంటే డెఫినెట్ టైం వెన్ దట్ యాక్షన్ అకర్డ్ అనేది గివెన్ ద టైం. సో we are supposed to use past simple. Completed action in the past. Time may be mentioned or it is understood from the context. They visited Kashmir last year. Subject E2, second form, past form of the verb. Last year is the clue. Here, observe this sentence. I bought this computer in Bangalore. Is there any time here? No. But the context makes it clear. That means I might have visited Bangalore at a particular point of time. So indirectly, I am referring to the time. I bought this computer when I went to Bangalore. So here, this is also time. Though it said that it's Bangalore, in Bangalore. So in that, at that particular time, I bought this computer. Sorry, all that. I bought this computer. Okay. So this is completed action in the past. We have to use past simple. I passed my degree in 2018. Subject, verb, second form. Why we use this past simple? Because there is time reference in 2018. Past action with time reference. We have to use past simple. So now we compare this past simple with present perfect. We compare it with this past simple with present perfect because I passed BSc in 2019. I passed BSc in, there is time reference. Okay. ఇక్కడ ఎప్పుడు పాస్ అయ్యాను అన్నది ఇచ్చాను. సో we have to use past simple. Subject, verb in second form. Because there is time reference. ఏం టెన్స్ యూజ్ చేసాం? Past simple యూజ్ చేసాం. What about this? I dash pass BSc and so I am eligible for this job. ఇక్కడ we use present perfect. Why? Because we have already explained there. Present perfect should be used for a past action with effect on the present. With effect on the present. When I passed is not important here. When I passed is not important. Because I'm qualified, I have the degree, I'm eligible for this job. So I have passed BSc and so I am eligible for this job. So when that action occurred is not important here. It has its effect on the present. Passing BSc has its effect on the present. So we have used present perfect. So time చెప్పి అంటే ఎప్పుడు జరిగింది అన్నది ఇంపార్టెంట్ అయితే పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ వాడాలి. ఎప్పుడైనా జరిగిండొచ్చు పాస్ట్ లో, కానీ దాని ఎఫెక్ట్ ప్రెసెంట్ లో ఉంది అంటే యూ కెన్ యూస్ ప్రెసెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్. కానీ ప్రెసెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఇట్లా టైం ఇస్తే అది తప్పు అవుతుంది. I have passed my diploma in 2018. This is wrong because I passed my diploma. దీన్ని కరెక్ట్ చేయాలంటే you can say I passed my diploma in 2018. టైం చెప్పాలనుకుంటే you have to use past simple. Okay? Without time, you are talking about its effect on the present, then you have to use present perfect. But ఇక్కడ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్ మీరు గమనించాల్సిందే, పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ పాస్ట్ యాక్షన్ చెప్తుంది, ప్రెసెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ పాస్ట్ యాక్షన్ చెప్తా ఉంది. కానీ సటిల్ డిఫరెన్స్ ఏమంటే ఎప్పుడు జరిగింది అన్న దాని మీద పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ ఉంటుంది. అది ఎప్పుడు జరిగిందచ్చు, దాని ఎఫెక్ట్ ఇప్పుడు ఉంది కాబట్టి యూస్ ప్రెసెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ వితౌట్ టైం రెఫరెన్స్. ప్రెసెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ లో టైం చెప్పాలి అంటే ఓన్లీ సిన్స్ మాత్రమే చెప్పచ్చు. చూసాం కదా మనం, సిన్స్ ఇట్లా. Is it clear? Okay. Right. I passed my diploma in 2018. It's correct. I have passed my diploma without time reference. Even that's correct. Okay. And past simple and present perfect. We'll do one exercise now. Okay. Right. Take your pen and paper, do it on your own, and you can compare the answers also. Right. You do this. Now, you write it down along with me. I'll be doing it. You check it out. Don't need to type it in the chalk box. You be the judge for your performance, right? See whether you can perform. Here, the choice is between past simple and present perfect. When to use past simple, when to use present perfect, it's very clear. I'll explain it again. If you are referring to a time when that action happened in the past, then you have to use past simple. That action may be in the past, but it has some effect on the present, then you use present perfect. Okay. So first, yesterday I dash leave home at 8:30 a.m. Which tense you have to use? Past simple or present perfect? Because there is yesterday time reference, it should be past simple. Subject. So first of all, you should identify which tense you have to use. Then you should recollect how to write the tense. That format also you should be aware of. Subject and verb in third form. Subject. What are the three forms of this leave? Leave, left, left. So second form. What is second form? Left. Yesterday I left home at 8:30. This is past. You're not supposed to use present perfect here, because yesterday I have left home at 8:30. It's wrong because there is time. Okay. Here time is yesterday and 8:30 a.m. I missed it. Okay. So, is it clear? Have you done it correct? So check it out. Right. Second. Look at this. So which should be used? Which tense? Choice is only between two. Past simple and present perfect. Try it. Try them. Just write them on sheet of paper, right? Do it. Don't just watch it, right? It will be easy. I'll be just clicking and PowerPoint. It will be very visually colorful, and you'll forget it again. So what you are supposed to do is do it. Just do it. Try it. They are not very difficult ones. I'm starting from easier ones, right? She dash just leave home. So what's the clue here? Just means recently happened, action, recently, recent past, recent past. What should be used for recent past? Present perfect. She has just left home. She has just left home. I gave some example. Karishma has just gone out. So all these examples. Just, it has, she has just left home. So this is present perfect. Okay. Did it correct? Have you done it correct? Okay. Okay. Right. Right. Look at this. You should do it. He dash joined the course a week ago. He joined. The join. This action, when did it occur? Week ago. This is the clue. So this is a time reference. This action is completed one or incomplete? Completed. When it occurred in the past. Past with time reference. Name used here. Past, simple or present perfect? Either. Past, simple. He joined the course a week ago. Clue a week ago. అదే ఇక్కడ just joined అని a week ago లేదని. He has just joined the course. He has just joined the course. And recent past. You can use present perfect. Okay. Then another example. I dash live here since 2012. So whenever you come across since or normally, we are supposed to use which tense. What does it convey? This action started from this point since 2012 and up to this point of time. I have lived here since 2012. Present perfect. Present perfect continuous vaste tappa ide. Oh, but meaning is slightly changed. What is, if I say I have been living here since 2012, means I'll continue to live in future also. It's not complete now. If I say I have lived here since 2012, it's likely that the action is complete at that moment of speaking. Okay, that's something. I dash not see her for a long time. Long time. For a long time. Which tense we can use? We can use present perfect. Can you use present perfect continuous? I have been seeing? No, because see cannot be used in continuous tense. I haven't seen her for a long time. Present perfect. Okay. So you have to do this sort of exercises. Then only you can learn. Sometimes, so as many as possible. Even in tests, I have given some of them, and you get hold of some grammar books, try to solve them, and that's how one has to learn tenses. Okay, here. So present, past simple is over now. Okay. I dash not call him yesterday. I dash not call him yesterday. Which tense we have to use here? We have to use which tense? Because this is yesterday, we have to use past simple. It's obvious when there is time. But the problem here is we have to use not also. Not, we have to add something. If there is, so what, assume that there is no not here. I dash call him yesterday. So what is the answer? I called him yesterday. That is a positive sentence. But what we want is not negative sentence. How to include that not? There is no helping verb here. So what should we do? We should take the help of do or does or did. I gave you the formula long back. V1 can be read it as do plus V1. V2, V1 with yes, does plus V1. V2 is did plus V1. So in the same way, I called him yesterday becomes I did call. ED is transferred here. So I did call him yesterday. I did call him yesterday. Now you can add that not to did. So I didn't call him yesterday. I didn't call him yesterday. I didn't call him yesterday. It's some. So you should learn how to make negatives also. right? If there is helping verb, it's well and good. You can add not to it. If there is no helping verb, take the help of do or does or did. How to, which is apt, you can, if it is like he dash not call him, okay, here it's past, so it is on. Okay, right. Is it clear? So next tense is past continuous. Past continuous. Past continuous. Okay, right. So first we'll learn the structure. Subject, before, verb, ing. So you recollect present continuous tense. How did we write present continuous tense? Subject, same thing. Subject, before, verb, ing. But what were the be forms then? Am, is, or. You have to choose among those three. But because this is past continuous, of course, whenever it is continuous, there should be ing form. Continuous, it should have ing form. And because this is past, B forms are was or were. Was is for singular, were is for plural. Okay? Same structure, but the B forms change. Present continuous, subject, B forms will be am, is, or, verb, ing. But here it is past, so was, were. Subject, B form, verb, ing. This is the structure. So first, familiarize yourself with these structures, so that whenever I say use past continuous, immediately you should recollect the structure. You can just write that B form, okay, was it, verb, ing. So structure you should apply first. Okay? I was dancing. Subject, I was. There it was am. For I, it was am. But here, am is, past form for that is was. But or the past form is were. So I was dancing. We were dancing. She was running. They were playing. So this is how we write. Subject, B form, that is was or were. Any one, depending on if it is I was. For he, she, it was. For all, we, you, they, it should be are. Okay, that is the structure. So next thing is we should learn is use. Past continuous tense is used to express. So we know one thing. Continuous means that is not completed action. Continuous is not completed action. Incomplete actions. Normally, incomplete actions are continuous. An incomplete action in the past, not at the moment of speaking. An incomplete action at the moment of speaking is present continuous. Example, I am lecturing, I'm talking to you, you are listening to me. This is happening now. But here, it was incomplete at a particular point in the past. గతంలో అప్పటికే అది incomplete అయింది. ఎప్పటికే అన్నది relation చూస్తాం. So an incomplete action in the past that was continuing at some time in the past. ఆ సమయానికి అది కంటిన్యూ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. అప్పుడు incomplete. So the boys were playing cricket there. Boys were playing cricket. It is also used with the simple past. Simple past తో కూడా కలిపి ఎట్లా ఇక్కడ జాగ్రత్త. If two actions happened in the past, two actions occurred in the past, రెండు actions జరిగాయి. While one action was in progress, అంటే incomplete, another action completed. Action happened. ఒక యాక్షన్ జరుగుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఇంకొక యాక్షన్ జరుగుతుంది. అంటే ఫస్ట్ యాక్షన్ ఇన్కంప్లీట్, సెకండ్ యాక్షన్ కంప్లీటెడ్. ఇట్లా రెండు యాక్షన్స్ కలిపి జాగ్రత్తగా చూస్తే past continuous is used to express the incomplete action and past simple for the completed action. So past continuous ను past simple ను కలిపి ఎప్పుడు వాడతామంటే రెండు యాక్షన్స్ జరుగుతాయి past లో. ఒకటేమో ఇన్కంప్లీట్, ఇంకొకటేమో కంప్లీటెడ్. ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ చూస్తే మీకు తెలుస్తుంది. We were watching TV when our uncle arrived. ఇక్కడ 2 యాక్షన్స్ అక్కడ. ఏవేవి? టీవీ చూడటం ఒకటి, అంకుల్ రావడం, ఈ రెండు ఉన్నాయి. ఏది జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది, ఏది జరిగింది కరెక్ట్ అంటే కంప్లీటెడ్ ఏది? అంకుల్ వస్తూ ఉంటే మనం టీవీ చూసేయడం అట్లా కాదు. మనం టీవీ చూస్తూ ఉన్నప్పుడు అంకుల్ వచ్చాడు. సో వాచింగ్ టీవీ ఈస్ ఇన్కంప్లీట్, ఇందుకు మధ్యలో అంకుల్ వచ్చాడు. అండ్ కంప్లీటెడ్ ఏంటి? అంకుల్ అరైవింగ్ ఇస్ కంప్లీటెడ్. సో దీనికి పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ సబ్జెక్ట్ బీ ఫార్మ్ verb ing. We were watching TV when our uncle arrived. ఇదేం టెన్స్? పాస్ట్ సింపుల్. సబ్జెక్ట్ verb సెకండ్ ఫార్మ్. ఓకే. సో ఈ రెండింటిని కంబైన్ చేస్తే అంటే 2 యాక్షన్స్ జరిగింటే ఒకటి ఇన్కంప్లీట్, ఇంకొకటి కంప్లీట్. మీరు ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాల్సింది ఇదే ఆర్డర్ లో రానక్కర్లే, సెంటెన్స్ ఆర్డర్ లో. ఫస్ట్ కంప్లీటెడ్ యాక్షన్, తర్వాత ఎట్లా అంటే ఎట్లా రావచ్చు. కాబట్టి meaning but you should identify whether the action is incomplete or if it is incomplete, you go for past continuous. If it is complete, go for past simple. But provided both actions occurred in the past, ippadi kaadu, past lo jariginadi. Okay. She was having bath when the phone rang. స్నానం చేస్తూ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఫోన్ రింగ్ అయింది. ఫోన్ రింగ్ అవడం అన్నది కంప్లీటెడ్ యాక్షన్. స్నానం చేయటం అన్నది ఇన్కంప్లీట్. మేబీ చూస్ బిట్వీన్ పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ అండ్ పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్. ఎక్సర్సైజ్ చేద్దాము. మీరు కూడా పేపర్ తో రెడీగా ఉండండి, చూసుకోండి. ఫస్ట్ జాగ్రత్తగా చూసి మీరు ఏం చేయాలంటే ఇప్పుడు ఏది చూస్ చేయాలి. మనకు చాయిస్ ఇస్ పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ అండ్ పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్. పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ ఎలా రాస్తారు? ఫస్ట్ ఒకసారి పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ సబ్జెక్ట్ అండ్ verb in second form V2. Subject and V2. Past continuous subject B form. What are the B forms? Was a one. Verb ing. That is past continuous. You know the structures now. Past simple ఏమి, past continuous. So ఈ సెంటెన్స్ మీరు చేయగలిగిన చూడండి, ట్రై చేయండి. మీ పేపర్ రాసుకోండి. డోంట్ టైప్ ఇట్ చాట్ బాక్స్. You just do it and see whether it is correct or not. Yeah. Okay. I dash watch TV when the power dash. రెండు యాక్షన్స్ జరిగాయి ఇక్కడ. రెండు యాక్షన్స్, ఒకటి టీవీ చూడటము, ఇంకొకటి పవర్ వెళ్ళిపోవడం. సో ఏది కంప్లీట్ అయి ఉంటుంది, ఏది జరుగుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఏది కంప్లీట్ అయి ఉంటుంది. జరుగుతూ ఉన్నప్పటికీ పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్, కంప్లీట్ అయినది పాస్ట్ సింపుల్. ఓకే. 2 actions occurred in the past. Watching TV, power going off. Okay. Watching TV completed, power going off completed. That I meant. So, E completed action. Use past simple for the completed action. Power going off, use past. Past continuous for incomplete one. Watching TV was incomplete because in the incomplete, power going off. So, I was watching TV when the power went off. I was watching TV when the power went off. I was watching TV when the power went off. Okay. So, subject B form, verb ing, past continuous. It is incomplete action. The power subject, verb V2, went gone, power went off. Completed action. So we have used past simple. Clear? So again, a few more exercises. Do them, right? Do them along with me. నేను కూడా చేస్తూ ఉన్నప్పుడు నాతో పాటు మీరు కూడా చేస్తూ ఉండండి. Look at this example sentence and try to do. So two actions occurred, both of them in the past. One is waiting at the bus stop. Another is someone passing by in the auto. Okay. రెండు actions జరిగినాయి. ఏది completed, ఏది incomplete చూసుకోవాలి. ఏది completed, ఇది incomplete. Passing by in the auto, I waited. Waited అనేది అట్లా జరిగిపోయిందా కాదు కదా. వెయిట్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆటోలో చూస్తుండొచ్చు. సో I was waiting. This is incomplete action. So I was waiting. Past continuous subject. Before verb ing. Whatever. Here, it is incomplete. It is completed. He dash passed by in the auto. He passed by in the auto. He just, I saw him going by. So it is completed. Completed should be expressed in past simple. Incomplete should be expressed in past continuous. Clear? So we continue. Next example. Change. I think it's very easy. Bracket for one. We dash play cricket. Cricket art. Okay, action. Rain start content. Another action. Okay, incomplete. Incomplete. Rain start అవుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు క్రికెట్ ఆడామా లేదా క్రికెట్ ఆడుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు రైన్ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యింది. So you're right. We were playing cricket when it started to rain. We were playing subject before. So this is incomplete action. So subject be form was or were verb ing. Subject we were before playing inform playing cricket when it started to rain. Started to rain, that is a completed action. Okay. Yes. When he entered the class, the teacher dashed in attendance. Normal classroom example. So this Friday, okay, right. Entering the class, okay. Teacher attendance, taking attendance. So either complete, either complete. This is complete. When he entered the class, the teacher was taking the attendance. Reverse chase చూడగలమా చూడండి action. అంటే టేకింగ్ అటెండెన్స్ అంత షార్ట్ టైం కంప్లీట్ అయింది అనుకోవచ్చు. ఎంటర్ జరుగుతూ ఉన్నప్పుడు అటెండెన్స్ తీసేసుకోవడం జరగదు. సో నార్మల్లీ ఫ్రమ్ ద కాంటెక్స్ట్ మీనింగ్ యూ షుడ్ సెలెక్ట్ ద టెన్స్ వెదర్ పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ ఆర్ పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్. సో వెన్ హీ సబ్జెక్ట్ ఎంటర్ verb in second form, because past simple we have selected for this. For this, it was incomplete action. So subject B form was, and then verb ing. The teacher was taking the attendance. He dash see a snake while he dash walk in the park. So two actions: seeing a snake, walking in the park. Edi incomplete, edi complete. Edi incomplete, edi. So completed action should be expressed in past simple, incomplete in past continuous. You can select now, I think it's easy. There are a lot of examples now. So he dash snake while he dash walk in the park. He saw a snake. So this is completed action. So he opted for past simple. He saw a snake while he dash. Okay, he was walking. Subject, before, ing. This is incomplete. So we have chosen past continuous to express this action. Past simple for this action because this is completed action and this is incomplete action. I dash complete my degree last year. Time. And it should be used with time reference. Can we use continuous? No, it's complete. Complete. Verb itself is complete. So I completed my degree last year. I completed my degree last year because this time reference, past completed actions should be expressed in past simple tense. Okay. He dash listened to the radio when I dash sleep. You can guess now. And first of all, C cannot be used in continuous tense. So it's your past continuous is out, right? You can't use C with continuous tense. He was listening to the radio when I saw him. He was listening to the radio when I saw him. This is incomplete. He was listening to the radio when I saw him. నేను చూసినప్పుడు అతను రేడియో వింటూ ఉన్నాడు. వింటూ ఉండమన్నది కంప్లీట్ కాలేదు. నేను చూడటం అన్నది saw him. This is past simple. This is completed action. This is incomplete action ku past continuous, completed action ku simple. Okay. Here, చాలా నేర్చుకున్నాము. ఏమేమి past simple, past continuous, past simple, present perfect position. Next, past perfect. ఒకటి చెప్పేస్తే I think we can. కొద్దిగా స్లోగానే వెళ్తున్నాను, మీరు కూడా చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. నేను ఎక్సర్సైజ్ నేను చేసి చూపించేటప్పుడు మీరు కూడా చేసుకొని ట్రై చేసి తప్పైనా పర్వాలేదు. Then you can check it out with my answers, which I'll explain here itself. So మీరు టెస్ట్లలో ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ లేదు అని కొన్ని ప్రాబ్లం ఇక్కడ తెలిసిపోతుంది కాబట్టి చూడండి. ఓకే, సో పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఇది అనదర్ టెన్స్. పర్ఫెక్ట్ అంటే ఏముండాలి? హ్యావ్ ఆర్ హ్యాస్ ఉండాలి. పాస్ట్ అంటే హ్యాడ్, హ్యావ్ ఆర్ హ్యాస్ బదులు. And then whenever there is have or has or had, verb should be in third form. Verb should be in subject, had, verb in third form. This is the format. Structure idi. Subject undali, had undali, verb third form. Okay. I had danced. Dance question. She had eaten bread. She had eaten. Okay, examples. Okay. Next, use. Where to use? Our past perfect tense is used to express action completed before some special past moment the speaker has in mind. Okay. Specific present perfect eppudu vaadindi? Present perfect, we used present perfect for actions that began in the past and extended up to the moment of speaking. So, ikkada action eppudo start ayindachu, but past movement lo oka movement ku adi complete ayindachu. A moment, my son had eaten the whole cake before we got back. Ikkada we got back another oka time. Danikanna munde ఇది కంప్లీట్ చేసేసాడు. My son had eaten the whole cake. That is past perfect. Present perfect అంటే మూమెంట్ ఆఫ్ స్పీకింగ్. పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ అంటే ఇప్పుడు పాస్ట్ లోనే బిగినాయి. పాస్ట్ లో ఒక పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైం, అదొక పాయింట్, అది ఏదో ఇక్కడ చెప్తాను. బిఫోర్ వీ గాట్. By the end of last month, I had finished my syllabus. లాస్ట్ లో ఒక పాయింట్ చెప్తాను. ఇది పాస్ట్ లో లాస్ట్ మంత్ అన్నది ఒక పాయింట్. ఆ పాయింట్ కు నేను నా సిలబస్ అయిపోయింది. సిలబస్ అయిపోవడం అనేది ఆ పాయింట్ లో అప్పుడే జరిగింది. స్టార్టెడ్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్, బట్ బై దట్ టైమ్ ఇట్ ఎండెడ్. సో పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ టెన్స్ పాస్ట్ లోనే స్టార్ట్ అయిన యాక్షన్ పాస్ట్ లో ఒక పాయింట్ లో కంప్లీట్ అయింది. అది రెఫరెన్స్ కూడా చెప్పి పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ టెన్స్. Past perfect subject had and verb in third form. It is often used with simple past. This is very important usage. We have to and simple past past perfect. Etla combine cheyali. Intaku past simple and past continuous we combine and use. Now we combine past perfect and simple past. Past simple. Etla chestam. So past perfect and past simple. Past perfect tense is used to express action which happened earlier than the other. The later action is expressed in simple past. There are two actions occurred in the past. Both of them are completed actions. Rendu complete actions. Rendu past. Rendu jarigipoyayi. Antaku past simple and past continuous nu discuss chesinapudu rendu actions past lo jariginayi. ఒకటి కంప్లీటెడ్, ఇంకొకటి ఇన్కంప్లీట్. ఇన్కంప్లీట్ యాక్షన్ కు పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ వాడాలి, కంప్లీటెడ్ కు యూజ్డ్ పాస్ట్ సింపుల్. హియర్ ద కేస్ ఇస్ డిఫరెంట్. బోత్ ద యాక్షన్స్ ఆర్ కంప్లీటెడ్ యాక్షన్స్ దట్ అకర్డ్ ఇన్ ద పాస్ట్. మేబీ వన్ ఆఫ్టర్ అనదర్. ముందు ఒకటి జరిగింటుంది, తర్వాత ఇంకొకటి. మై ఫ్రెండ్ హ్యాడ్ ఆల్రెడీ లెఫ్ట్ వెన్ వీ వెంట్ టు హిస్ హోమ్. We went to his residence. Okay, we went to him. He had already left. He has already left. So మనం అక్కడికి పోవడం అన్నది ఒక యాక్షన్. ఆ ఫ్రెండ్ అక్కడి నుంచి వదిలి వెళ్ళిపోవడం అన్నది ఏది ముందు జరిగింది? ముందు జరిగింది we use with past perfect. తర్వాతది past simple. అంతే. ఇది బెస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. He thanked her for what she had done for him. థ్యాంక్స్ ఎప్పుడు చెప్తాం మనము? ఎవరైనా ఏదైనా హెల్ప్ చేస్తే. సో హెల్ప్ చేయడం, షీ హ్యాడ్ డన్ ఫర్ హిమ్. సో వాట్ షీ హ్యాడ్ డన్ ఫర్ హిమ్ ఇది ముందు జరిగింది, పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్. తర్వాత జరిగింది మనం థ్యాంక్ చేయాలి. హీ థ్యాంక్డ్ హర్ ఫర్ వాట్ షీ హ్యాడ్ డన్. సో థ్యాంకింగ్ అన్నది ఒక యాక్షన్, ఆమె ఆ పని చేయడం అనేది ఒక యాక్షన్. సో ఇది ఫస్ట్ జరిగింది. సో సెంటెన్స్ లో సెకండ్ వచ్చింది, కానీ జరగటంలో ఫస్ట్ జరిగింది. సో పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ టెన్స్ is used to express action which happened earlier action. So recent action no past simple use చేస్తాం, but both of them are past actions. రెండు completed actions in the past. They happened one after another. ముందు జరిగింది దానికి పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్, తర్వాత జరిగింది. ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చూడండి. ఫాదర్ నాకు డబ్బులు ఇచ్చాడు, నేను ఒక ఒప్పుకున్నా. ఇక్కడ రెండు యాక్షన్స్. ఫాదర్ గివింగ్ మీ ద మనీ, వన్ యాక్షన్. మీ బయింగ్ ఎ బుక్, దిస్ ఇస్ అనదర్ యాక్షన్ విచ్ అకర్డ్ ఎర్లియర్. ఫాదర్ గివింగ్ మీ. సో ఐ బాట్ ఎ బుక్ విత్ ద మనీ మై ఫాదర్ హ్యాడ్ గివెన్ మీ. ఫాదర్ గివింగ్ మీ మనీ ఎర్లియర్ జరిగింది, రీసెంట్ జరిగింది బయింగ్. సో past simple. I bought a book. The money my father had given me. So earlier action should be expressed in past perfect. Recent action should be expressed in past simple or simple past. Past simple. So ఇక్కడ ముందు జరిగింది past perfect, recent జరిగింది past simple. The train had left the platform before we reached the station. Train had left we missed the train. We missed the train now. The train had left the platform before we reached the station. Ikkada recent action is reaching the station. We reached the station. Subject to verb to second form. So this is past simple. Subject to had verb third form. This is past perfect. Past perfect. So ఇది earlier action అంటే ముందు జరిగింది, దాని తర్వాత జరిగింది past simple. సో రెండు యాక్షన్స్ పాస్ట్ లో కంప్లీటెడ్ యాక్షన్స్. ఇన్కంప్లీట్ వచ్చిందంటే మళ్ళీ పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్. using past simple and past perfect. Example, just now I explained. You can try this. I dash my mobile with the money my father. Two actions occurred in the past. Both are completed. Buying a mobile and father giving me. So we use past perfect for the earlier action. Ye earlier giving father giving me money is earlier. And the past simple for the recent action. Idi buying a mobile. So ikkada past simple. I subject me too. I bought mobile. I bought in past simple. This is past simple. I bought a mobile with the money my father had given. This is past perfect. ఇది ముందు జరిగింది సెంటెన్స్ లో తర్వాత వచ్చింది కానీ జరగటంలో. So is it clear? This point, okay. Shall we stop here? So it's just a stop. Do it along with me, right? Do it. Take a paper. Do it. Do it. It rained yesterday. After it dash dried for several weeks. ఇక్కడ ఆల్రెడీ ఒక యాక్షన్ ఇచ్చేసాను. ఎస్టర్డే టైం ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇది పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ ఉండాలి. ఇట్స్ ఎ కంప్లీటెడ్ యాక్షన్. ఆఫ్టర్ ఇట్ అంటే దీని తర్వాత జరిగింది అంటే ఈ యాక్షన్ ఇట్ షుడ్ బి ఎక్స్ప్రెస్డ్ ఇన్ పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్. ఇట్ రెయిన్డ్ ఎస్టర్డే ఆఫ్టర్ ఇట్ హ్యాడ్ డ్రైడ్ ఫర్ సెవెరల్ వీక్స్. సబ్జెక్ట్ హ్యాడ్ అండ్ వర్బ్ ఇన్ థర్డ్ ఫార్మ్. The teacher dash already started the lesson before I dash enter the classroom. Two actions. Two of them are completed actions. Starting the lesson and entering the classroom. Both of them are completed actions in the past. So which occurred earlier, which occurred recently? We have to identify first. So earlier action should be expressed in past perfect. How to write that past perfect? Subject, had, and verb in third form. Recent action should be expressed in past simple. Subject, verb in second form. Okay. So, ippudikalla telse untundi. Try chesara correct? Okay. Assuming that you know. So, teacher already started. So, the teacher had already started. This is past perfect. And the lesson before, the teacher had already started the lesson before I entered the classroom. I entered. This is recent past. I subject entered verb second form. This is past simple. Because this is recent action, we used past simple. This is earlier action, so we used past perfect. I dash take rest after I dash finish my homework. Taking rest one action, finishing my homework. Both actions are completed ones. So I took rest after I had finished my work. Here there is one clue, after. That means after this action only this action occurred. So it's quite obvious that we should opt for past perfect for this. Past perfect. Subject had finished. Subject verb second form. This is past simple. This is past. He dash thanked me for what I dash did for him. Sorry, here it should be do. Okay, question wrong. They did that. He thanked me for what I had done for him. He thanked me for what I had done for him. After I dash do my homework, I dash go out to play. So earlier action, doing my homework. So this is clear. After I had done my homework, I went out to play. My father dashed my laptop for me before I asked him for one. Here already they have given action. Before I asked him, ఇది మనం అడిగే కన్నా ముందు, అడగకన్నా ముందు, అడగలేదు అడిగేదానికన్నా ముందు అంటే ఇది earlier action. My father had bought me a laptop before I asked him for. నేను అడగకన్నా ముందే కరెక్ట్ చేశారు. Last one. చూద్దామా past perfect continuous tense fast గా. At least you know the structure. Subject. So continuous means we should have ing. Perfect, have or had, has or had. Past means had. Been. Okay. Why? Because being the verb that follows had, has or had, it should be in third form. But what we need is ing form. So when you want ing here, the past participle form should be expressed in being. Okay. Subject had been, they had been dancing. They had been watering the plants. Usage. Past perfect continuous tense is used to express an action that began in the past and continued up to some point of time in the past itself. If it is present perfect continuous, began in the past and extends up to the moment of speaking. మనం మాట్లాడే సమయం. కానీ ఇక్కడ ఏది some point in the past itself. ఒక పాయింట్ అంటే ఏదో ఒక టైం అప్పటికి అది జరుగుతూ ఉంది, అప్పటి వరకు జరిగింది అని చెప్తారు. ఆ టైం అన్నది ఎగ్జాంపుల్. When I met him, he had been learning C language for 1 year. ఇక్కడ ఒక పాయింట్ పాస్ట్ లో ఒక పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైం ఏదేది ఐ మీటింగ్ హిమ్, when I met him అది ఒక పాయింట్. నేను అతన్ని కలిసినప్పటికీ he had been learning C language for 1 year. అంతకు ముందు 1 year నుంచి C language నేర్చుకుంటూ ఉన్నాడు. అయిపోయిందా? లేదు. He had been learning C language for 1 year. తర్వాత జరిగింది ఎప్పుడు అయిపోయింది మనం వీడియో. సో present perfect లాగే present perfect continuous లాగే past perfect continuous ను past లో ఒక పాయింట్ రెఫరెన్స్ పెట్టుకొని దాంట్లో action that began in the past and continued up to some point of time in the past, not present, past itself. When I met him, he had been learning C language for 1 year. Shall we stop here? Okay, right? So we'll stop here, and then next test. Revise, Pramod Kumar. You want me to revise again? You can revise it on your own YouTube, right? So you revise it, you do it, right? If you do it, you'll learn it, right? Without you can ask me to revise, I'll revise, but I do not know where might revise. Anyway, you can also mail your. I don't think that you'll have any doubt. I've made it very simple. I just taught it like mathematics, step by step. So if you watch it again, I think it becomes clear for you. It becomes clear. Okay, right? స్లోగా చూడాలి, అంటే కొద్దిగా ఓపికగా ఇంకొకసారి చూడాలి. ఎవరో తెచ్చి మీ బుర్రలో ఉంచాలి, పికప్ చేయాలి. దాన్ని పికప్ చేసేదానికి వీఆర్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ ఆల్ ఫెసిలిటీస్ అండ్ వీఆర్ రిపీటింగ్ ఇట్, వీఆర్ కీపింగ్ ఇట్ ఆన్ యూట్యూబ్, గివింగ్ యూ సమ్ tests also. Tests kuda I have given you some cheat code now, so don't submit it. Just revise it once, watch it again, and first know the questions and then go back. In this way you can score better. I don't mind even if you copy it. So that is learning. If you learn it, I'll be the happiest person, right? So otherwise it's of no use spending so much of time preparing PPTs and tests and all these things. I'll be happy if you need feedback. Okay, good. Feedback in the sense in the form of responses, right? All of you, those who have watched this, all of you attempt the And those who haven't watched also, you can attempt the test. It will be very simple. Do it carefully and then watch it on YouTube again, and then you can go through the questions and again come back to YouTube, get clarified, and then so this is thing. And let me stop here. Okay. Thank you. And if at all you have any doubts, and you can communicate with us English course ap@gmail.com. I'll give you that. Sharath, are you there, Sharath?
Yes, sir.
Sharath, can let's give them some email ID also, Sharath, so that if at all they have anything to communicate with us, they can. That email ID that we are using it for preparing questions and all. The English course ap@gmail.com. దాన్ని ఇస్తాం ఎందుకంటే ఏదైనా ఉంటే వాళ్ళు దాంట్లో అది కొద్దిగా చేస్తావా, స్పామ్ చేస్తావా దాంట్లో చాట్ లో?
Sir, one small suggestion, sir.
చెప్పు.
Sir, can you inform them to turn on their videos, as only few members are turning on their videos.
Okay.
So that we will have some clarity.
How many of them are watching? Please, you keep your video on so that we'll know what you are doing, whether you are just kept it on the table and taking rest or not. And again, somebody else, sir, please revise it. అంటే మళ్ళీ నేను అంతా మొదట చెప్పాను కాబట్టి మీరు వింటూ ఉంటే కొద్దిగా సీరియస్నెస్ ఉండాలి. ఇట్స్ బెటర్ ఇఫ్ వి అబ్జర్వ్ యూ వెదర్ వాట్ యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్. అవర్ టీమ్ విల్ అబ్జర్వ్ యూ అండ్ సీ వెదర్ యు ఆర్ అటెంటివ్ ఆర్ నాట్. క్లాస్ అయితే బాగా అబ్జర్వ్, ఇది ఎక్కువ మంది ఉంది, 24, నాట్ ఏ బిగ్ నంబర్ ఎనీవే. సో బట్ ఇప్పుడు వీడియో ఆన్ చేయగానే someone has stopped it anyway. Okay, right. English course ap@gmail.com. ఓకే. క్వీరీస్ లో మీకు సర్టిఫికేట్ వస్తుందా లేదా ఇట్లాంటి క్వీరీస్ కాదు, ఓన్లీ దట్ ఈస్ కన్సర్న్ టీచింగ్. ఈ కంటెంట్ దాని నుంచి